Hey everyone, today we are working on funnel automations. So we will learn what type of automations we can create with our GoHighLevel funnels so we can automate a lot of stuff so we don't have to do it manually. Now, this is our GoHighLevel account, and in the previous video we saw how to create funnels, how to do A/B testing, how to make funnels live, forms, surveys, chat widgets. Now in this video we are just working with those but on the automation side only. So let's go to our sites and let's see which funnel we are working with today. So this is a three-step funnel. The idea of this funnel is to first of all capture their details, secondly book them in for an inspection, and then third, which is a thank you page. Once they book an inspection, they go to the thank you page where you can promote your short-term offers or stuff, but it's just a thank you page for now. Now the landing page promotes a free estimate. So they come here and they click on the free estimate, they go to this form, they submit the form. That's the goal of this page. Once they submit the form, they go to the schedule page. They're redirected to the schedule page, which will give them an offer saying, congrats, you can claim a free inspection for your home. So they have to book a date and time and then book themselves in for the free inspection. So the guys can go to their house and then give them the free inspection. And then once they book it in, they will go to the thank you page. So this is the entire flow of the funnel. Now the form we are using in the landing page is called HVAC landing page form. So let's go to the form builder. This is the form we are using on the first step, which is the landing page. On the second step, we have a calendar. So if we go to settings and calendars, we have a calendar over here, says book an appointment with me. So this is the calendar we are using on the second step to book them in for an inspection, right? So we have to keep these two in mind because these will be really important for us when we create the automation. So let's go to automation. Let's start off by creating a folder under our automations so we can keep all the workflows together, because it's not just going to be one single workflow. It's going to be a combination of multiple workflows that will create the entire process. So we will create a folder called HVAC three-step funnel automation. Okay, now before I actually start creating the workflows, we need to go to opportunities and we need to see what pipeline we have. So we have a pipeline called leads, right? And we have new leads, contacted, responded, booked consultation, missed consultation, and then we have attended, closed, ghosted. So this is our leads pipeline. All right. Now what we can do is we can change a few bits of it. So instead of saying booked consultation, we can say booked inspection. So booked inspection. There we go. That's the one. And we can say missed inspection. We don't need attended in that case. We can change closed to sold, right? If you don't have a pipeline, you can create one. But the idea is when they fill out their details on new leads, right? They come here, and then when they book themselves in for a free inspection, they come here. And if they miss that inspection, maybe they were not on home or they had to cancel, they come here. And if we are able to sell HVAC services to one of them, they come here. And then if we couldn't sell it to them, they come here, right? And if they just become a lead but did not book themselves in, they will end up under contacted or responded. So that's the entire flow of the pipeline. It's basically the sales process where you will be visually seeing the leads coming in and what stage they're in, how many leads you have on each stage. So let's go to our automation. Let's start off by creating our first automation, which will be the new lead automation, right? So the first stage is when they come in, we had to create a workflow. The workflow we will call, so start from scratch, and the workflow will be called new lead automation or new HVAC lead automation. The trigger for this will be when the form is submitted. So they go to the landing page, they submit that form, and they become a lead. So we will say form submitted, and we will filter it by saying form is HVAC landing page form. So we have multiple forms in this. So we only want to work on this workflow for this form, not the others. So we will say form submitted HVAC landing page form. It's just a name. You don't have to do the trigger name here. It's just, so I can remember. Now, the first thing we're gonna do is we will say add them to my pipeline. Remember the leads pipeline on opportunities? We need to add it there. So we will say leads, new leads, and the opportunity name will be full name, right? Okay. And the status can be open. So what we did is we added them to our pipeline in opportunities so we can see them. We can see their details by clicking on them. So the form is submitted, they get added on the pipeline, on the leads pipeline as a new lead, right? Now we can do an internal notification. So the next automatic action we are going to do is an internal notification to the client. So the business owner will receive a notification once the lead has come in. This is totally optional. You can do this, but maybe you can only send a notification when they booked for an inspection. But it's a good idea to get all notifications. So I'll say custom number. The number will be +1 888 555 1234. It's just the client's number, the number that will receive the text message notification. So we'll say, hi, someone put an inquiry on your landing page. Details. The details will be, click on this, say contact full name, and then do a separator, and then say contact phone number, right? We don't need the email in the notification because the purpose of sending this text notification is so that they can get the number and then call it there and then. So that's the simplest notification. You can also send a email notification. That's also totally possible. So in that case, you will just add another internal notification saying email and fill out the from name from email where the email is going out from. User type can be a custom email. It can be a particular user, right? It can be an assigned user as well. In that case, you'll have to assign this lead to someone at the beginning of the workflow, but I'll just do a custom email. So I'll just do, this is again, the client's email address. A new lead has been generated. And then here you can say, hi, a new lead has put an inquiry. And now you can say name, email, phone number, right? These are the stuff that we are capturing through the form. So again, just click on this and do the contact.name. That will generate the name of that person who booked and submitted that form. Same thing for email, same thing for phone number. And then you can say best regards, your CRM name, because it's going out from the CRM. So that's an internal notification. Now what you can do is you can also add a tag if you need. So you can filter them out, whoever put an inquiry on that landing page. So I'll say HVAC landing page. So add a tag like this, which will help you filter them out from the contacts area. So I'll say save action. And now finally, you can just send them an email. Or if you want, you can send them an SMS, whoever put the inquiry in, right? So we will say, let me just grab something from my ChatGPT so I can just put it here as a, let me just do contact first name. So we are mentioning, hey, contact first name. If it's John, hey, John, thank you for your inquiry with Super HVAC. Let's say that's the company, ready to book your free estimate or inspection. Tap here to schedule. So you'll just put the booking link from that funnel second page because they didn't book in, right? So you'll just put that link in here, right? And then that's SMS 1. Now we will wait for 1 day as the next step. Wait for 1 day and just follow up with them. So basically copy whatever there is in here, copy action, and put it here. So SMS 2, there we go. And that's the second one. So you still need help with your HVAC system. Your free inspection is waiting. And then again, replace this with the second step of that funnel link. So the booking page or the calendar itself, right? And here, there we go. And we wait for 1 or 2 more days. and we send out SMS3. Like, you can keep on building this sequence to however many you want to send. So I'll just do, sorry, this. Follow-ups are always good because it helps people remember what they did on a few days ago. Even like, hey, I actually submitted an inquiry on this company's page, but I never talked to them, so let's do it now. Maybe they were busy at that time, maybe they didn't have any opening, but follow-ups let them remember stuff. So again, put this booking link here, replace this bit. So that's our 3 SMS sequence, right? What we can do is we can add them, like obviously we're adding them to our pipeline, adding a couple of notifications, adding a tag. We can just put a wait trigger here for like 10 minutes. So if they book themselves in within this 10 minutes after they submit the inquiry on the landing page, because they go to the landing page, then they go to the booking page, we are waiting for 10 minutes for them to book in, right? So we'll just publish this workflow. If they book in, then we remove them from this workflow through another workflow. That's the idea. So in this 10 minutes, if they book in, we just move them out of this workflow. So that's what we're going to do here. We'll create another workflow. So we'll say inspection booked, right? We'll say confirmation plus reminders. Okay, so now we are checking if someone books an inspection on the second step. So how do we do that? We say appointment status. So we check the calendar appointment status. So if someone books an appointment and then appointment is confirmed in calendar, book an appointment with me, because this is the calendar we are using in the second step. If the appointment status is confirmed, we can just remove them from the workflow. So we will say remove from workflow, another workflow, and we'll say new HVAC lead automation, because we don't need them to send those follow-ups. That was just to book them in, and if they book in, we don't need to do that anymore, right? Now we can do an email. So this email will go out to them as a confirmation. So we will say inspection confirmation, right? You're going to put your business name and business email in it, and then say hi, contact name, your inspection is confirmed for, click on this, and we will fetch the custom value from here. So appointment, start date, time. See you then. And now you can do something like add to Google Calendar, add to Outlook Calendar. Best regards, company, like Super HVAC, because you're sending it from your side. All right, now we will do this. So we will just click on anywhere, and under appointments, like under here appointments, we will say add to Google Calendar. Copy this value and just here hyperlink it on here. There we go. This will allow them to add it to their Google Calendar. Same thing for Outlook or iCal. So I'll just copy this. There we go. Perfect. So that's a confirmation email going out, right? Now you can send yourself a notification, same thing as before. So send a text notification to the client, or if you are the owner, you. So I'll just send a notification to you, or whoever the business owner is. Hi, new inspection booked by, contact full name, separator, contact phone number, on appointment, start date, time. So that will show the date and time of the inspection. So you're sending an internal notification. Now what you can do is you can do the same, create or update opportunity. Now this time we're updating the opportunity. So in our pipeline leads, we are moving them to booked inspection. Same thing with the opportunity name, and status will be open. Okay, so we are moving them from new leads to booked inspection now, because they don't need to be there anymore. Now we can do wait step. So this wait is a bit different than just normal wait. We'll just change this time delay from time delay to, we'll say, event or appointment time. We are checking until before 1 day. So 1 day before the appointment, we're waiting, right? This is the other way around. So we'll say wait until 1 day before inspection. This is just a name so I can remember. So wait until before 1 day of the inspection, and then always select this bit. We will just copy the email from here. So this is a reminder. So we'll say reminder from Super HVAC tomorrow. Right? So this is a reminder from Super HVAC about your upcoming inspection tomorrow at, we will say, value appointments. We will just mention the time this time, no date, because we have already said tomorrow, so no point in doing redundancy. So that's it, right? That's a reminder. So email reminder. You can also do a text reminder, right? So we'll just grab whatever is in here. We'll just do an SMS. That's it. Now we can also do wait. This time we can wait until 1 hour before the appointment. So before the appointment for inspection, right? Inspection. And we can just grab the same SMS from here, put it here, reminder upcoming today at, so because we are sending it 1 hour before, it should be today, and then publish it. That's the inspection booked confirmation reminders. So we are basically removing them from the follow-ups, and then we are sending them confirmations, we are getting notification, and we are sending reminders to the person who booked the inspection 1 day before, 1 hour before. So that's the simplest way to automate this, right? So what we need to do next is we need to create another, before we do that, let's just go to our first one. So let's talk about another use case. What if they don't book in, but they reply, maybe they have a question. So once they receive the first SMS, like this one, with the booking link in it, they don't book in, but they send us a message, or they reply to this text saying that I have a few more questions before I book in for an inspection. In that case, what you can do is you can create another workflow, start from scratch. So I'll just call it 1.2, responded to follow-up. So what we are checking here is if a customer replied, so the trigger will be customer replied, and we are checking if they replied to the workflow follow-ups. So reply to workflow, new HVAC lead automation. So in any of the follow-ups we are sending, if they reply, we are going to remove them from that workflow, because if they reply, there's no point in following up because they already have a question that we need to answer. So go to another workflow, new HVAC lead automation. So we're removing them from this workflow, moving out from that workflow. And now we can do internal notification. Text is fine. To custom number. So we will say hi. And we will say contact full name. Phone number. Has some queries before booking an inspection. Please call or follow up ASAP. So we are letting the client know, or the business owner know, that this person has replied and has some queries. So please follow up or respond to this person or call him up. So, and then we are obviously removing them from the follow up because we don't need to do any follow ups because this person has a query, right? What if they don't get the inspection for some reason? They canceled or they had to go somewhere or something. So in that case, we will move them here. So if we move them here, like if they booked an inspection and they didn't get it, we will just manually drag and drop that person here, right? Just click on it and then drag it here. Based on this action, based on this event we are performing on the pipeline, we can create a cancellation sequence. So we will do that now. Basically, we move them to missed inspection and follow-up triggers, right? So we will say 3 missed inspection follow-up. So this follow-up is to book them back in. Now we will say pipeline stage changed. So we are using this trigger called pipeline stage changed. Changed to what? So we will say in pipeline, when they are moved to the stage missed inspection, right? We are basically waiting for 1 day. So they were just moved to this stage. We are just now waiting 1 day and then sending an SMS. So this is our first follow-up. So hi, contact, first name. Sorry, the inspection was canceled. Do you have some time this week to reschedule? Here is the link. And then put the booking link in it. The link will be the same calendar, right? It's the same, that in our funnel, the second step where the calendar is. So you can just put that link here, right? But yeah, make sure the funnel is live before sharing these. Don't share preview links. Now that's our first follow-up. We will do one more thing here where we wait for 2 days and then send a second SMS. So this will be SMS 2. And then we wait for 2 days. So we'll just copy all actions from here and we will send SMS 3, right? Obviously the wordings for SMS 2 and 3 will have to change because it's literally the same now. But that's our idea of having a canceled follow-up automation. So if the inspection was missed, we try to rebook them in for another inspection because they didn't get it. Now, let's talk about a use case. Let's say someone booked in and they canceled, right? And they were moved to this workflow now, and they booked in again. They basically rescheduled by clicking on a link from one of these follow-ups on this workflow, and they went back to the inspection booked, right? In that case, we have to remove them from this workflow. So we will just go back to the first workflow here. Not the first one, sorry. We will go to the inspection booked confirmation reminders. We will click on this remove from workflow. If that's the case, the use case that I just told you, if that's the case, we have to remove them from missed inspection follow-up as well. So just to stay on the safe side, if someone books and cancels and rebooks, we have to remove them from this, right? And then this pipeline stage action will move them back in to the booked inspection stage. So you don't have to do anything there. That's it. So that's pretty much our new lead follow-up, contact responded follow-up. And then also we are doing confirmation reminders on inspection. We are doing missed inspection follow-up as well. Now, one other thing I want to show you is, because we talked about the chat widget, if you have a chat widget installed on your website, right, you can also set up an automation to get notifications. So let's say we'll do a chat widget automation now. This is really necessary to do because you need to get notified whenever there's a chat message inquiry. So in here, the trigger will be customer replied. And the reply channel in here in the filter will be, so it can be either chat widget or live chat, depending on whichever one you set up, because the chat widget has two different types of not two, actually three, because it has WhatsApp as well, but WhatsApp can be handled via this one, right? So depending on whichever chat widget you set up, if it's a chat widget, then select this one. If it's live chat you set up, it's this one. If it's WhatsApp, then this one. So I'll just go with chat widget in this one. So basically, if they have an inquiry, we first of all move them, same thing, we just move them to our pipeline because it's still a lead, not just an inquiry, and that's it. So we move them into the pipeline stage called new leads, and then we will tag them chat widget. So we can filter them out, how many people came through the chat widget. And now we can send an internal notification to custom number, maybe. Put the country code in and say hi. We'll say contact, sorry, not user, contact, full name. Has put a chat widget inquiry. Please call or follow up, right? So that's a notification we are sending to the business owner. And since it's just a normal chat widget, it doesn't have the actual chat conversation functionality. It will just act as a form. It'll just grab their details and say, we will get back to you ASAP. And that's what we are doing. We're just letting the client know, or the business owner know, that there's been a new inquiry via the chat widget. And same thing for live chat. If it's a live chat, you just need to change the trigger here and then say there's a live chat inquiry. Please chat with them via the Lead Connector app or the desktop version of GoHighLevel. So that's what you can do to handle the chat widget inquiries. So these are pretty, basic stuff, but really efficient stuff we do in automations for handling funnels, right? This funnel is not just the landing page. Funnel is actually the entire process, and the entire process can 100% be implemented in GoHighLevel. And that's what basically we did. So I hope this video was useful. And again, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Check out my course in the link, in this video's description. I will see you in the next one.